Shalom. First and foremost, all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, and salutations you brothers doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. It is going to be, it's either going to be titled a response to the videos you see on the screen, the daily edification, reason why Apostle James quoted Amos 9:11, or it's going to be, as you see in the description, to understand the mystery, you must know the history. To understand the mystery of the Gentiles, to understand who was coming back, all right? Just like even right here, James quoting, the Apostle James quoting Amos, you have to know the history, man, all right? The Bible isn't some far-out book that's just filled with all this madness like the Christian church would have you believe, man. No, it's a book of history and prophecies, man, all right? So, I'm going to grab this Amos 9 and verse you know what, I'm gonna start at 9. I'm gonna start at 8. It's Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I would not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh. So the Lord was going to, part of history, the Lord was going to jack Israel up. All right? Per the curses. The Lord said that we was going to fuck up and go through hell and be scattered. All right? We will lose our heritage. That's history. That the Lord prophesied that would happen. That had happened. All right? That's why the 12 tribes split up into 2 kingdoms. All right? And then eventually both those kingdoms will become not a people. They became Gentiles. Hosea 8 and 8. They were swallowed up. I'm going to keep reading. Because the Lord said he won't destroy all Israel, though. That's the key point, man. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. And then that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. Okay, so this is what the prophecy is going into, the breaches being brought back, man. And what's that? It's Isaiah 58. And verse, you have something? Well, it's
This Isaiah 58 and verse 12. And they that...
No, you good.
Isaiah 58 and verse 12. And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places. Those shall raise up the foundations of many generations.
Down.
And thou shalt be called the repairer of the breaches, and restorer of the paths to dwell in.
Right. So the Lord said that, look, he was going to build up the old waste places. What's that? Isaiah the 1st chapter. Israel laid waste, man. Our land, our people. Okay. Right, he took away the whole stand and staff, Isaiah the 3rd chapter. Lamentations say us that was as gold, we became as earthen vessels. Okay, so we're those waste places. Our heritage, all right? Us not having a part of our heritage is the laws. So the Lord said, look, we're going to repair those breaches, going to give us these commandments back. He was going to allow us to return unto him. Point blank period. That's it. That's all, man. Okay? So let's get some of these old waste places, man. The return of it. This Jeremiah 6 and 16.
If I may, I know Ezekiel 13, he was going in on the false prophets about them not going in the way and filling up the gap, all right, which is going to part of us being built back up, and that's what the Lord is doing, all right, to build up this third temple, man, all right, it's a part of doing the work. Okay?
That's right. Hey, this Jeremiah 6. This is another one. I believe it's Jeremiah 18. But this is Jeremiah 6 and verse, I'm going to start at 14. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace. Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore they shall fall among them that fall, which had happened. According to 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, we've fallen away greatly. According to Jeremiah 17:4. that has passed already, right? They shall fall among them that fall. At the time that I visit them, they shall be cast down, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Yahweh, stand ye in the ways, and seek, and ask for the old paths. Where is the good way? And walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said we would not walk therein. So there you go, man. That's the old paths being brought back, man. Us coming back to our heritage, coming back to serving the Lord, us coming back to being a holy people, us being set back in order. You know what? Hey, this is Psalms. This is Psalms 50. Did you find Jeremiah 18? It should say the old paths, ancient paths, the same thing basically. Or maybe Jeremiah 8. It'll be in one of them. This is Psalm 50 in verse 20. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thy own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Though thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself. But I will prove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. So that's what the Lord is doing. He's bringing, like Revelation 11 tells us, all right? Like Ezekiel 37, those dry bones, all right, those waste places, all right, are waking up and coming back to our heritage, man. All right? It said we would stand upon our feet again. Just like the Apostle Paul said, had the Lord just cast off Israel? God forbid, man. This was temporary. The Lord said, for a little while I hear my face.
A little moment.
That's right, man. And with great mercy, he's going to redeem us. All right? Plain and simple. That's understanding the history. Knowing that we fucked up. All right? The Lord said we was going to fuck up and he was going to redeem us. You got to go through the history to understand the mystery, man. This Job 8:8. For I inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers. All right? So when we go into this book, all right, that's why you have a book of Chronicles, a book of Kings. These things are written as a witness, man. That shows the history. Okay? And then you got the prophecies to let us know that we were going to be redeemed. So we wouldn't be stuck under the curses, man. So we would have the ability to return to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? Jake is bugged. Oh, he's a heathen. You found it?
I wrote it in my pocket. I'll send you right now.
Okay. While you're getting, I'll read this. This Deuteronomy 30:1. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have said before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither Yahweh thy power had driven thee. So the Lord prophesied that there was going to come a time in history that the nation of Israel would be forsaken for a temporary moment and scattered. Okay?
All right, shalom, shalom. Brother Real Hebrew. Go ahead.
And shall return unto Yahweh thy power, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thy heart and with all thy soul. So the Lord promised that we was going to fuck up, get punished, get scattered, and then we would return unto Yahweh and follow these words again, man. And that's what time we in. Okay? That then Yahweh thy power will turn thy captivity. So before we get delivered out this captivity, we get delivered via the truth. Okay? That then Yahweh thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither Yahweh thy power hath scattered thee. All right, so that's what's happening. Jake went off, got scattered. Now the Lord is coming to redeem us.
There go your mystery, man.
Right.
Mystery solved for the elect.
That's plain and simple. When it had to happen back then, Yahweh Shai did it first to the Jews, all right, and then to the rest of the 12. All right, so it's written, all Israel shall be saved, but the Lord is in order. So he went to the Jews first, because that's the prophecy say.
Say the tents of Judah.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
This is Jeremiah 8 and verse 15. Because my people have forgotten me, they have burned incense to vanity, and they have caused them to stumble in their ways from the ancient paths, to walk in paths in a way not cast up.
That's right. So because Jake was going off, Jake got scattered. We had lost our ancient paths. We walked in different ways. But now we're returning to those paths, man. The Lord's restoring those, repairing the breach. All right, getting us in order as a nation again. All right,
And then it's ready for their adoption.
that's right.
You know, right? This these lively stones being built back up, man. Which Yahweh promised that He will do, man. That was a promise to Malak Dawad, man. All right, and that's going. Hey, that's going on right before our eyes. That is the mystery, man. All right, Israel raking back up, and that includes the brothers of the Gentiles, man. All right, that's amongst the Gentiles, not of the Gentiles. You know, or better lack of time.
Either way, it work either fucking way, man.
Come.
All right, but since you put it like that, let me grab this. This is Acts. It's Acts. Damn, I always do that. It's simple. It's Acts 21. It's Acts 21, and I'm gonna start at 18. This is Acts 21:18. And the day following, Paul went in with us unto James, and all the elders were present. And when he had saluted them, he declared particularly what things the Most High had wrought among the Gentiles by his ministry. So he going into the works that the Lord did amongst the Gentiles, right? Through their hands. And when they heard it, they glorified Yahweh and said to him, Thou seest, brother, how many thousands of Jews there are which believe, and they are all zealous of the law. Wait a minute. I thought he said he's going into them of the Gentiles, right? So let's read one more. And they are informed of thee, that thou teachest all the Jews which are among the Gentiles, all the Jews which are among the Gentiles, to forsake Moses, saying that they ought not to circumcise their children, neither to walk after the customs. So the people that they were teaching amongst the Gentiles were the Israelites, man. Plain and simple. When Israel lost their heritage, what did they become? They became as Gentiles. Matthew 18 lets you know that Israelite can be counted as a Gentile. Yahweh Shai gave a whole parable about that. It's concerning the neighbor. He even said if it was a priest, if he wasn't doing the neighborly things, he ain't even counted as a neighbor, as Israelite, man. He not doing what's according to this word. All right? And that's plain, man. That's plain, simple right there in the history that Paul went to the Israelites among the Gentiles, man. That's who was being taught. That's why James 1:1 says to the 12 tribes scattered abroad, man. Go ahead.
This is James 1:1. James is servant of Yahweh and of Yahweh Shai Mashiach to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greeting.
That's right. Plain and simple. This was to the 12 tribes. How are the rest of the books to the actual heathens, man? That's crazy. All right? So, in fact, let me grab this, Jeremiah 5. It's Jeremiah 5:19. And it's in fact, damn. It's Jeremiah 5:15. Lo, I will bring a nation upon you from far, O house of Israel, saith the Yahweh. It is a mighty nation. It is an ancient nation, a nation whose language thou knowest not, neither understandest what they say. Their quiver is an open sepulchre. They are all mighty men, and they shall eat up thy harvest and thy bread, which thy sons and thy daughters shall eat. They shall eat up thy flocks and thy herds. They shall eat up thy vines and thy fig trees. They shall impoverish thy fenced cities, wherein thou trustest with the sword. So, and nevertheless, in those days, saith the Yahweh, I will not make a full end with you. There you go again. Lord promised always He's going to have mercy on us, man. He will redeem us from this. That's right. Israel shall be saved. All right, with an everlasting salvation. Or Israel shall be a world without end. So we're that world. We're receiving the salvation. We're those Gentiles coming back. I'm going to keep going. And it shall come to pass when ye shall say, wherefore doeth Yahweh our power all these things unto us, then shalt thou answer them. Like as ye have forsaken me and served strange gods in your land, so shall you serve strangers in a land that is not yours.
Hey, and the Lord literally said that. I believe it's in the Gospels, or it could be in the Old Testament. It's written in His roll. He says they haven't forsaken me, but forsaken them their own selves, man. All right?
Second Ezra, I believe.
Con. It's written in a certain place. All right?
Yeah.
Hey, that's what happened, man. We turned our backs on the Lord. Hey, we went through our punishment. We're going through the slavery. And guess what? Now we're reaching towards the tree of life. So guess what? If we endure to the end, all right, we're going to get built back up and be a part of the elect. All right, the adoptions of sons, man.
Hey, this is Hosea 1.
Yeah.
This is going to go to the history and the prophecy, man. And then back into some history with the precept. Then back into prophecy, because
back
the Lord.
Dribble.
That's how the Lord did. He said, I should pour out my doctrine as prophecy, man, in the book of Sirach. So even when we go into the history, it's still prophecies we touching on, man. The Lord that cold. Hey, this Hosea 1 and 9. Then said the Most High, call his name Lo Ami, for ye are not my people. And that's what Lo Ami means. And I will not be your power. So the Lord set Israel aside for a moment, temporarily, right? Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured, nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. All right, so the prophecy say what? We'll be cast off, forsaken, all right, not called the children of God anymore, which if you're not called the children of God, you're not called Israel anymore. You're not called Yasharallah. Yasharallah means he prince of the power. All right, so we lost that. We lost that title. But then it said the Lord would come back and say, no, you are my sons. I'm adopting you back. Verse 11, then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together, both nations becoming one again, man. That's why the Apostle James said what he said, man. Because all 12 tribes had to come back to build up the house of David. Okay? Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land. For great shall be the day of Jezreel. All right? And guess what? Let's get the New Testament for you Christians. Paul quotes this same scripture concerning the Gentiles, letting you know that the Gentiles coming out of Israelites. This Romans 9, first, this Romans 9 and 1. I say the truth in Mashiach I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh. So Paul is whose ministry was to the Gentiles, he's still talking about his brethren, the Israelites. Who are Israelites? Because those Gentiles were Israelites, man. To whom pertaineth the adoption. Wait a minute, don't mention the Gentiles getting adopted. It says Israelites are getting placed as sons. Because we lost that title as being the sons of God. We're being placed as sons again. That's what adoption means. Placed as sons. Okay? Who are Israelites? To whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises. All right? The Israelites are returning to get that second covenant, man. The Lord said, as long as we see a sun in the sky, man, hey, the Lord ain't going to stop King David, and then he ain't going to stop from Israel to sit before him, man. All right? Whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Mashiach came, who is over all. And Christ, they got Christ right there, but that's a false title, man. That goes back to idol, Serapis Christus. So we say Mashiach because it means anointed. All right? And our Lord is a Hebrew. Who is over all, Yahweh blessed forever. Amen. Okay? So the Lord came for Israel, right there, plain as day. So let me skip down to what about the Gentiles? Yeah, let's see.
Right. He said, concerning the flesh, whom the Lord came. Matthews 1 and 21, man. That's it. Simple,
right.
That's all, man.
That's right. That's the history. Israel fucked up, got put in slavery, got scattered. The Lord promised he will redeem us. We're in those times of the redemption. Yahweh Shai came to deliver us from under the curse. Nobody else had to suffer the around 28 curses yet. They're about to go through it. All right, this is Romans 9:24. Even us, whom he had called, not of the Jews only, which that's just one nation. That ain't all the Israelites, but also of the Gentiles, which is referring to the rest of the Israelites, man, that have fallen away. As he said also in Hosea, which is a Latinized way of saying Hosea, I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which is not beloved. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living power. So he's quoting Hosea, the first chapter, referring to those Gentiles returning to the Lord, which let you know he's talking about the Israelites that fell off, returning, man. We became Gentiles, and now the Lord has given us our heritage back. He adopted us back. Now we call Israel again. All right, now we call ourselves Yasharallah. We put it on our names. We say like the brother Shapaya. It'd be Shapaya Ban Ra'awa Ban Yasharala. Okay? And that's prophecy, man.
Oh, yeah,
This Isaiah 40, this Isaiah, was it 44?
Fucking go.
This is Isaiah. It may be 45. Fuck. I didn't want to search for it, but I will. Subscribe.
About the surname?
Yeah.
What's your surname?
Khan. It is Isaiah 44. I was looking right over. Isaiah 44 and 5. Isaiah 44 and 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob my servant, and Israel whom I have chosen. The elect is Israel. They, like 1 Peter 1 and 1 says, to the elect scattered. To the elect scattered. Thus saith Yahweh that made thee. Elect and chosen me the same thing. So Israel is that chosen. Thus saith Yahweh that made thee, and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou, Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thy offspring. And what's that? Those dry bones coming back. All right? We getting healed up. We getting those blessings. We getting that water. We getting the spirit, life back in us. They shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the watercourses. One shall say, I am Yahweh's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob. And another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord Yahweh, and shall name himself by the name of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh, the King of Israel, and his Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts, I am the first and I am the last, and beside me there is no power. So the Lord said this is going to happen. He said he's going to return and redeem us. And you're seeing that we've been set in order. We got our heritage back. And that's just what it is, man. The history proves the mystery, man. Y'all brothers got anything? You got something out? All right, so with that, hopefully this is edifying. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, and salutations to you brothers doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba Babal.
Abba Babal.